Hi, I'm Gary,
And I'm Sydney, and we are
and
the
we are
store
the storage manager.
manager.
We are a third-party management company specializing in exclusive hands-on management and customizability. We help our owners and investors reach their goals.
We are here today to discuss how to unlock success and find the perfect self-storage partner. When it comes to running your facility, there is no shortcut. You can't magically make something happen. It all takes time, planning, and experience in the industry. So it's important to make an informed decision when you are thinking about your management company.
And experience is very critical. It's no different than you think about sports teams, and they look for veterans to run certain spots on their team. If they're looking for a backup quarterback, most times they're not looking for somebody just out of college. Most of the time they're looking for a veteran quarterback that's got a few years in, because they've got some experience and they know they can just throw them into the mix and they'll be fine because they've got those years of experience. They've made the mistakes, and they're ready to go. And that's a lot about what it is it's making those mistakes ahead of time on other facilities so that we can come back and manage yours well.
And I think we've done that. I think that we've accomplished that pretty well, Gary. I mean, when you're looking at a management company's experience too, you want to make sure that they have that industry knowledge, that they're constantly going out and developing that. When you're looking at a management company's experience in the self-storage industry, you want to make sure that they're constantly evolving their knowledge and constantly trying to find new technologies to make the experience better, not only for you, but for your clients, and making sure that they've got their bases covered. I mean, we've had that experience in the industry, I'd say, Gary. I wanted to bring up a facility that you purchased in August of 2019, 150 units, and it was at 70.9% physical occupancy.
A true mom and pop run facility. We met with the owner at closing, and when he found out we were going to do a new style of management, this remote stuff, he said it'll never work. And about 3 months later, we were well over 90% occupancy, because all we did, we did what we do. We answered the phone, the website, everything, and the market demand was there. He just wasn't meeting it. And that's so often the case. You need that company that's going to dedicate itself to meeting the tenants where they want to be met. And that's one of the things that we pride ourselves on.
Absolutely. Yeah, it looks like looking at the case study right now, 7 months later, you were up to 93.5% occupancy and gross income was up 35%. I'd say that's a pretty big victory.
I certainly accept it. Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, it can only get better with that. It can only get better the further you go. Technology is another really big factor to consider when choosing a management company. It's huge in a modern self-storage environment and the ever-changing world that it is. Technology changes every single day, and storage is too. We're not stuck in the 1970s anymore. In the last 5 years alone, I'd say we've gone 20 years ahead of where we were. Um, One thing that I really want to emphasize is just some of the different approaches that the storage manager uses that we found work really good for our clients. What would those be, Gary?
Well, a couple, just meeting them where they want to be met. 10 years ago, it was all about making phone calls and sending mail. And now we've moved up to almost everything by email and text, because that's quite honestly where the tenant wants to be met. And, we're always looking to make that next transition too, because you don't know what's out there. You go to the conventions, you read the magazines, and man, there's all kinds of technology out there. But that doesn't necessarily mean it makes sense either. Our approach to technology has always been, we're going to test anything that we're interested in, but typically we test it on facilities that I own. And then if it doesn't work, we're not impacting any of our owners. But if it does work, then we've at least got that tried and true proven, hey, this works in our system, and it made a real benefit. And that's been the case with a number of things we've incorporated recently. Value pricing and our web platform and everything like that has all grown out of kind of trying them on the side to make sure before we push them onto the owners. But other things, the automated collections that we went to a number of years ago, and the different communication platforms that we use with our on-site people and everything, all of that has grown over time. It sure wasn't here 20 years ago when I started doing this.
Yeah, I think that again, just that leap in the last 5 years alone has just been astronomical, especially as self-storage has come to light. We're getting more and more people in the game, and you have to find something that sets apart your three walls and a door.
Very true.
When we're talking about bookkeeping and financial management of a facility, there's just no room for error, not only when it comes to the end of the year and doing your taxes, but really making sure that you're putting everything where it needs to go. If you have investors, you want to make sure that their distributions are going out in a timely manner. You want to make sure that you have all of that financial accountability. So finding someone that offers a bookkeeping service is pretty valuable.
Yeah, but storage is simple, right? What do we really need that for? But the downside of that is storage has, even a small facility has 100 to 200, tenants, and it's easy to get 400 or 500 tenants to keep track of. And then you come up with, quite often when our owners buy facilities, there's there's security deposits that previous owners collected, and now you've got to return or you've got to keep an accounting of all those, and then we haven't even gotten into the bill paying yet. So yes, storage is simple because there's not a lot of bills, but yet at the same point in time, when you compare, a storage facility to an apartment complex for the same investment, you've got probably 10x more tenants, more monthly payments, more in and out, movings in and movings out. So it gets pretty complicated in a hurry, and that's why it's so important to us to offer that service because it can get big quickly.
Well, and not only that, but we can accommodate all the different styles, from a large facility to a smaller facility. We can very easily customize that and bring it in. So everything is in one place when an owner is looking at their facility.
Absolutely.
Call center is another one of those topics that I think owners have come to respect more and more that we have because if you don't answer the phone, you're not getting that tenant. You're not, that lead is not a lead. It's a lost lead, and we don't want any of those. Especially if you have one that's reliable for all the hours that your facility is open, a little bit before open, a little bit before close, something that tenants see a lot of value in.
We can talk technology all you want. We still get over 80% of our rentals come in over the phone. So, our call center, when we built the storage manager, the call center was a critical component, both the hours, but then also the ability that our agents have to close rentals, to close move outs, to actually handle the work and not just pawn it off to the next layer of the company or the next layer of the owner or anything. We want our call center actually handling and closing issues, so that the tenants are happier for one thing.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and it makes it so owners don't have to go out of their way to go to their facility and handle a situation that we could easily handle in a, 3 to 5 minute phone call, depending on what the issue is, and get that taken care of and save them time and money. Time's valuable.
It is, and it's not just the agents handling issues either. It's the agents actually handling all the issues. Um, you know, you never want to hear anything from an owner that, oh, nobody's answering my phone. At the storage manager for the month of December 2023, 96% of incoming calls were answered, and those came with an average hold time of right at 11 seconds. And that's pretty darn good. Um, I'll stack that up against anybody in any industry anywhere. When your call centers are performing like that, that's dang good.
I mean, I waited in a call queue the other day for 20 minutes trying to get through. So
Not
again,
ours though.
we no, not ours. We very much value all everyone's time. We want to make sure that tenants are handled in a timely manner and any issues resolved as well. And I think that our call center really is a testament to that. And not only that, but they can handle unit reservations, they can handle tenant inquiries, they can answer those critical questions, varying from facility to facility. We give them that information from our owners and they take it directly into everyday use.
I'm very proud of our call center and its ability to function. That's been one of the best things we've done with the storage manager.
Absolutely. And I mean, customer service has increased dramatically, I think, for all of our locations.
and not just service, but their satisfaction too. There's an increasing emphasis in storage and in our world on tenant satisfaction and what that means. How can you work on that? It's very hard as an owner because quite oftentimes tenant satisfaction is also tied in with low rent, and the higher the rent, the less satisfied they are. That's just human nature. But the call center is a piece of the tenant satisfaction component because the better we respond to them, the faster we respond to them and handle their issues or their move-ins or their move-outs, whatever it is, the faster we can get that done, the higher their level of satisfaction. That's another benefit of the online platform too, is the tenants can actually log into their accounts and they can make payments and everything on their time instead of worrying about trying to meet the business on the business's time. And that, again, that's all about tenant satisfaction.
Absolutely.
Communication with owners is another big component of a third party management company. How and when and what are they providing? We provide monthly and quarterly reports, but it's not just the reports, it's monthly and quarterly performance reports. It's P&Ls, it is marketing, it is all those different components so that an owner knows what they're getting, what's being done for their facility. Those are all in written form. Of course, we're available to meet Zoom, phone. Every owner's got my phone number, and they can text and ask questions, and that's just a part of it. Um, Making sure that line of communication is open between the management company and the owner, and that the management company is willing to meet the owner on the owner's time and not the management company's time.
Absolutely. And I think our owners find a lot of comfort in knowing if they called you because, say that they were on site, and they're like, this is an issue I just noticed. I would like to bring it to your attention. That's something that we're more than happy to address right there.
Mhm.
It's not something that takes a long time, and we're able to just jump on it and get it taken care of right then and there for the owner.
Absolutely, and the respect for the owner's time as well as our time. We don't want to have meetings just to have meetings because we need to have one because it's been a month or a quarter or whatever. We want to have effective communication, and that's not always regularly scheduled meetings.
Well, and by laying out at the very beginning of starting, a relationship with an owner or a group of investors, whatever it may be, because we've seen quite a few of both, we really want to make sure that there are those clean cut and clear expectations, that you have of us and, that we have of our owners. So that way everyone is aligned and on the same page with where this facility is set to go. And we want to make these facilities money, that's what we pride ourselves on.
One thing that needs to be clear in the communication, though, is what do you as an owner want from your management company? Do you want your management company to run your facility and to maximize your revenue? Or are you looking for the management company to teach you everything there is to know about storage management? Um, and that's important to be upfront with the management company and let them know your expectation. Because if they're not planning to educate you on every detail, then that's quite a bit that you're asking them to do that they weren't planning on. So again, share up front with your management company or with the people that you're talking to and go, hey, I want to really learn about storage, because it's not fair to expect them to educate you while they're trying to actually do the job.
Absolutely. And I think that that goes straight into our next really big point is we are the only management company out there who offers a highly customizable plan.
We have a lot of different options. I look at it kind of as a buffet or a smorgasbord of choices. Certainly, we're a management company, and we like to have that component and handle that. But by being able to, we are also a call center for some sources for some owners. We offer the bookkeeping as a resource for some owners. Some owners have it in place internally, and they don't need that done. We offer a monitoring service to watch cameras overnight at facilities. So there's a lot of different components that we offer and that we have on that buffet that owners can pick and choose from to decide exactly what they want to do and exactly what they don't want to do. And then that's our role is to take on the things that the owners don't specialize in.
Well, and that helps us to be able to serve our owners, that helps us to be able to serve our tenants and really make sure that everything is staying clean, clear, and concise. You know, you've laid out what our role is to you. We've laid out what your role helps us to accomplish, and it all comes and helps us work together.
100%. So we've gone over quite a few things here, different services that are offered by us and by other management companies. Couple of key things that we haven't talked about yet. You know, as an owner, you need to make the choice whether you're interested in, you know, maximizing production or truly being cheap, because you don't get great production at a very cheap price. There's a reason that marathon runners don't go buy their shoes at Walmart. You know, the two don't go hand in hand. Doesn't make either side wrong, but if you're interested in one or the other, you need to make sure that your management company is also aligned with that philosophy. And then one of the biggest things with third party management companies is you need to make sure that they've got redundancies built into place. And that's one of the reasons that you hire them is so that they can handle everything. And you know, some of the companies aren't as big, some don't have, you know, the depth of the call center that other companies have, and you need to make sure that the company's backups have backups. You know, what do they plan for? You know, if there's a widespread outage of electricity somewhere, you know, how can they overcome that? And just those redundancies, because your facility can't take a vacation. You know, individual people take vacations, but your facility operations
Wait,
can't.
wait, wait. Self-storage is not just something you buy and it's completely hands off and just runs itself.
Um, for a few minutes at a time, it can do that. Um,
Oh, okay.
but truly, you've got to have somebody dedicated to your facility if you want it to perform. And that's, you know, the reason behind those redundancies. That's the reason behind the experience. That's the reason behind, you know, making the selection of the third party management company that you want, is to make sure that they can take care of your facility and that you don't have to worry about it.
Absolutely. And I would highly encourage anyone with any questions to reach out to us. We're more than happy to answer them. We'd love to see if we would be a good fit for your facility. We bring a lot of value, we bring experience, and you know, we're here to make sure that you're making the right decision. So it can't hurt to reach out.
Got a number of YouTube videos and Facebook videos out there talking about what we've done in the last 20 years, you know, the things that we've learned. We're always looking to learn new things and new opportunities. So yeah, reach out to us. Let's see what we can accomplish together.
Absolutely.
Um,
And don't hesitate to catch us at ISS this year either.
we're there.
Again, thank you so much for joining us.
I'm Gary,
And I'm Sydney. And
and
we're
we are
the
your
storage
storage
managers.
manager.